Writing was my outlet, something I could use to recharge. But if I'm the plug for these bars, how much energy can I get? Especially if I want to connect. But with too much on the line, wires get crossed. A short temper could short circuit, and once I flip too often, fires involved. Anxiety's fanning the flame as my temple burn out. I have to meditate as the walls glow before it blow. But the thing about an amp is the current, and it takes a professional to control the flow. Watch me work. I'm at my peak while y'all holding on the stairs. Quick glance, no chance I'm nothing like my peers. Like a cry from a third eye, I'm top tier with foresight. My mind fights with visions of doubt. My decision to pout is based on my past. My advisor said, let people have a pass, and when I do, they just laugh. They don't see what I see. Good looking if you see my psychology and realize I'm built different, not my anatomy. Same two eye sockets were plugged into the pain. Different perspectives, same feelings. You ain't gotta explain. Just know I see you, just like a watchtower. It don't take a minute to watch you claim your time because it's ours. It's what we share now. Use that scope to zoom in. You start booming. I check the wind, not the average human, cause I want the best for you. Even if that means the better you becomes too large and there's no space for me. To me, from the outside will be the best view. Flourish in all the rooms that I can walk in and step in there like God requested you. Don't let the poor excuse that I hold you down anchor you to these depths. No, you was made to fly. You better float past the surface and hit the sky because I don't want you playing catch up. You better muster up all the potential you have to relish in your success. I have no problems being the condiments to compliment you as a meal, compliments to the chef because you're blessed. And I want you to know that. Even if I'm here for a season, don't you dare make me February. You better march your ass into spring and reach heights never seen. I know people grow apart and I'm fine with that. I just want what's best for you. Oodles and noodles on the stove. The Everest commercial telling me to go back to school. I ignore him waiting on Springer. Spray for breeze, but the cigarette smoke still lingers. It's only 2 p.m. and the only thing I ate was the woman who I craved since last night. She dropped her drawers, I dropped the pipe. She left her orange pack maybe out of pity or spite, but this was my life. I was far too numb to get right. If writing is lightning, a flash of clarity that can illuminate inspiration from above, then voice is the thunder that crashed through the silence and boomed the noise. You must speak with conviction. Have your audience in prison liberate you as it passed through so the listener could be liberated too. That's why it's called bars. Timid thunder don't rumble or fight, and if you don't stand for what you write, don't complain. The refreshing rain isn't as bountiful as you like. You gotta be the storm. Catch me outside. How about that? Storming like a Wakanda wife until my voice cracked. I spun so much prepping for the afterlife that my actual life become an afterthought. I know time can't be bought, but some experiences are expensive. In debt, because I never went in depth with my expenses. Heart heavy, not light as a feather, still hoping I have time to get it together and be something better. But what if this is the better? The beating, bleeding heart that allows me to cherish the beauty around me. Failing the test ain't a fatality because no testimony is flowery. Gotta be the garden and the gardener. Leave behind a trail of petals. Dead nose can't sniff, so smell 'em before it's too late. A bouquet is not only for grave sites. Fucking hard. Oh my god, this is so hard. Oh, like I said, my stomach is hurting. If you didn't smile, it wouldn't be peace. If it wasn't love, it wouldn't be grief. Keep the village strong, though everyone's feeling weak, but we should still be happy because they at peace. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Not only was it done right, it was done with style. So it's safe to say it's a good ass job. So it's only right that we feel robbed. They was took, stole, snatched, angels that belonged to God, and he wanted them back. So we might feel like it's unfair and the reasons is unclear, but we have to train our eyes to see through tears. They up there, so we should keep our heads up. Remember that ray of shine when the dark days won't let up because they will appear when no one's there. Devil use fear to make hope disappear, so we carry on whatever it takes. Always remember God don't make mistakes, so remember who you serve and the power that they possess, and a breakdown doesn't make you any less. You're blessed. You can cry, you can mourn, but it's time to celebrate the fact that they was born, all the love that they gave, all the love that saved in our hearts forever. I mourn for the tenderness that recoiled due to ridicule. I mourn the gentleness that got graded, left shredded on the floor of my soul. I mourn the benevolence that kept me from helping myself while helping someone else. I wanted to be that guy, the first response, the healer, the sidekick, the martyr, the sacrificial lamb who gave his life meaning by feeding others a feast. But I've been in this dining hall with a closed mouth, and a closed mouth don't get fed. You wind up dead. They'll say, he didn't want to eat. Now, I'm sharpening my teeth. Entitled people act as if everyone's supposed to know them when they don't even know themselves. I don't know who you know, where you've been, and what you've been through. I'm not a futon. I'm not something for you to unpack on. Walk in rooms as if they was the only ones dealt a bad hand, while the rest of us are in the casino trying to win back land, or at least a sedan. Still cards to the chest. No sympathy asked, none is given. Disrespect to the wrong person is unforgiven. Entitlement gets a title fight hit from Tyson because we all be fighting. So chill. Let ladies laugh loudly, especially through adversity. Since there's no force more powerful than a woman's determined to rise, and that's the voice. So WEB these boys and have them caught up and stuck. Make it a mayday when they say, hey, you too extra. Be all of that. Snicker with sarcasm since you saw chasms and crawled out with a chuckle. Let jokes juggle and keep you in high spirits when things get out of hand. When you are in the sad mood, just giggle with gratitude. Just laugh. But sometimes that's all you have. It's still parts of me that needs to be amputated. I'm aware that's why I stay sedated. The body of my identity is sending me to the point where I need an ER, an emotional rescue. Blood's not circulating to that part of my heart is black and blue. I don't want phantom pains of my inconsistency tricking me, and I grab where it used to be and feel nothing. I gotta feel something. I will have to get used to the prosthetic and let it do its job. When something hit that insecurity, I have to remember it won't throb or ache or bleed. It's solid. And in this day and age, it can be robotic. Maybe AI can help me acclimate for the sake of everyone who needs me to survive. I'm not cooking soul food, but they still need me alive. I know it's a new life once I go under the knife, but I don't know if I'm ready. No one wants something took from them unless it's necessary. And health is wealth. Certain traits make life richer. I know we'll pay off, but I know I would have to be bitter. So simply put, my biggest fear is not staying the same. But you can't stay the same and want change. It don't work like that. So, but smiles suddenly seen. Drugs in my bloodstream eroding my body like a ravine. Psychedelics and caffeine. Rest is not a requisite. A requiem for recklessness. What do you recommend? I recognize I'm not savable. Not occupational, just recreational. Smoking oddish when I'm feeling gloom. No matter how much plant I consume, I will never bloom. See, it's fun to numb. Experimenting to experience life when the imbalance become too much to scale back. I'll catch hell if I slack on one side. Not an outlet if everyone's a plug who provides. I could pull applies, but no one will let it slide. So I take more than the eighth. Empty the plate in blind faith. Hope I will awake. If not, this trip was great. I'm diligently regulating under grief. Numb to my gums because I'm making it by the skin of my teeth. I submit to the night. I know it's only a few hours left before I rest, unknowing if I'll be blessed to smell the stench of my wife's morning breath. Every day's a surprise. The dark is quiet, not filled with suspense, but the quiet that invites reflection. The black mirror of my TV see me with a lighter and something that greet my lips but won't speak. Others could see this as decompression. I'd rather have confession. No priest, no booth, just this silence. But we can cut out the middleman. I'm trying to be a higher man with the higher self, the bigger man who walks away from conflict, not out of fear, but to protect peace. This world will feast up on you from the inside if you don't walk that way. So I submit to the night so I can master the day.